Hello, I'm Daria Patapkina, lawyer of the company Rosco Consulting and Audit. Not so long ago, foreign companies opened their branches and representative office in Russia, received accreditation and did business in Russia. But now foreign businessmen often limited themselves to opening only bank accounts in Russia. In addition, new players from the United Arab Emirates, China, India and Iraq are replacing the departed Western companies. But in order to work with Russian business, it's necessary to make payments and accordingly have a bank account. Do you know what a foreign businessman needs to do to open a bank account in Russia? If not, then don't switch, we will tell you everything in this video. But before we get started, don't forget to take one simple step. Click on the subscribe button and the bell. Stay up to date with all the latest news and trends and get useful tips and analytics on our channel.
What does a foreign company need to do before opening a bank account?
Companies, non-residents of the Russian Federation, have the right to open bank accounts, also place bank deposit in foreign currency and in rubles in Russian banks. Independently of the purpose of opening a current account, foreign companies must first register in the tax authority and obtain an individual taxpayer number. Bank cannot open a current account for a foreign company without the original registration certificate. It's important to note that registration in the tax authority takes place at the location of the bank or its branch. The procedure for registration is strictly regulated. Today, a company has two ways to register with the tax inspectorate: independently, including with the involvement of professional companies, or through the bank. To self-registration, you need to fill in an application form, prepare an extract from the register of foreign companies of the country where the company is registered, prepare a document confirming registration in the country or origin of the foreign company. If the extract from the register contains a taxpayer code, then this document is not necessary. More than a year ago, the possibility of registration foreign firms without visiting a tax inspection was implemented. The algorithm of action for this method of registration is as follows. Step 1. The foreign company chooses a bank. From 1st May 2022, banks have the legal ability to carry out this operation, but not all banks register companies with their tax authorities. For example, Sberbank is responsible for obtaining individual taxpayer number for non-resident companies and further support for the procedure for opening accounts. Step 2. The company prepares a package of documents according to the bank's list. Then step 3. Internal bank verification of the client's documents, that the bank carries out identification of the client within the framework of anti-money laundering legislation. The procedure for such verification is approved by the bank's regulation. At the same stage, the bank checks whether the foreign company is registered with the tax authority or not. The check is carried out using the Federal Tax Services site, open and publicly available information from the State Register of Taxpayers about foreign organization. If there is no information regarding a foreign company or the status is deregistered, the bank prepares an application for registration. Step 4. The bank sends an electronic application signed with a qualified electronic signature to the tax inspectorate. The application in form number 11 BS accounting shall be sent by a system for electronic submission of tax and accounting reports via the bank's EDI operator. The bank does not send any documents provided for in the regulation of the Ministry of Finance to the tax authority. Last but not least, step 5. Registration with the tax office and sending the registration certificate in electronic form to the Russian bank. The period for registration is 5 working days, regardless of the method chosen. In the same way as with Russian companies, the date of registration is the date of which information about the foreign companies is entered in the Unified State Register. The second way of the registration in the tax office is quite optimal for foreign companies, which saves time and allows you to carry out all action in one bank. But there is an even better way. To avoid turning of opening a bank account for a foreign company into a time-consuming bureaucratic procedure, entrust the work to Rosco. We have been successfully providing registration services to customers for a long time and are aware of all the practical aspects associated with it. To get help from our lawyers, call the number listed on the website or leave an online request using the feedback form. Grab the YouTube Rosco promo code, which will give you a 15% discount on our services. All contacts can be found in the description of this video.
How can a foreign company open an account in a Russian bank?
The general list of documents for opening an account in a Russian bank is as follows. Certificate of Russian tax registration if the company didn't obtain it through a bank. Documents confirming the state registration of the company in the country of location, for example, a certificate of incorporation. Copies of passport of the company's managers and beneficiaries. License and other permits if necessary. Signature and seal cards. Documents confirming the authorization of the person indicated in the card.
What benefits can foreigners expect when opening an account?
To facilitate the opening of accounts, the President of the Russian Federation signed a law that comes into force on July 21, 2023. Foreigners or their representative don't need to be present in person when opening accounts if they have passed identification. Identification is carried out by a foreign bank on the basis of an order issued by a Russian bank. The list of countries whose residents will be able to undergo remote identification will be approved by the Russian government. However, if you want to visit Russia and the purpose of your trip will be business-related, then you need to apply for a business visa. This video will help you to understand the question how to use an invitation for a business visa. Follow the link and watch. To summarize, in order to open an account for foreign company, it's necessary to choose a bank, agree on a package of documents and fill in the necessary forms. Rosco Specialized will help foreign clients to collect and complete documentation for Russian banks. This will help save time in opening an account in the Russian banks. I am glad you have watched this video till the end. I am Daria Patapkina. If you have any questions, feel free to drop and Rosco lawyers will kindly answer them. And of course, subscribe to our channel. Stay in touch, stay with Rosco.